The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Deal or no deal? The Jets had a deal in place with the Rams draft night to move back from pick 10 to pick 19. They turned it down. Should they have? We'll talk about that and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show on a Saturday. Let's hit it and get it started. Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season.
Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
The New York Jets.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, Jets fans. Happy Saturday. Welcome in, everybody. We got a lot to talk about. So I did not have this on my bingo card of off-season topics for the New York Jets, but we take you back to draft night where the New York Jets had an opportunity to wheel and deal with the Los Angeles Rams. And a new video that the NFL released where they basically documented the entire NFL draft from all 32 teams' perspectives. A scene in this video from the official NFL show shows you Joe Douglas and Les Snead on the phone as the Rams were trying to come up from pick 19 all the way up to pick 10.
The Jets are now on the clock, picking 10th overall.
If there's going to be someone crazy that comes and makes that big move, I would keep a wary eye on the Los Angeles Rams.
Let's be ready to really make some things happen.
Hey, Joe. Joe, what's going on? We would think about coming up there, but we got 52, our second round pick. All right, man. Appreciate it, man. A lot of people do not like to trade back in the first round. He doesn't think they're going to move back this far. You've waited a long time for that pick. You've studied, you've analyzed it. So people will trade back, but it usually takes a lot.
There's not going to be any real options probably to get up in, is there?
I mean, I look at 11 being one. I mean, maybe you know from Kevin and them.
I think they'll be comfortable taking McCarthy there. I'll call him, though, real quick. Hey, if your guy's there, you guys aren't interested in going back, right? Yeah, you're going to take him if he's at 11, right? Okay.
As Minnesota's sitting there, as you said, Braveheart, hold.
If I'm the Jets right now, there's time for gamesmanship. I would call, with these four quarterbacks gone, I would place the call to Minnesota and say, hey, I've got people that want to come up and get the fifth guy. You got to give me something to come up one spot.
And I'll tell you what, Daniel Jeremiah, him and Joe Douglas obviously know each other well. He nailed it. Now, it turns out the offer the Jets actually turned down was even more than what you just saw on the screen. Later on in this docuseries, and we'll give the NFL credit here, it's called The Pick Is In. It's streaming free on the Roku channel. This was the deal the Jets actually turned down from the Rams. So they would have received the Rams' first-round pick, moving back from 10 to 19, and acquired an extra second and third. The Rams would have moved up to number 11. The Jets would have threw in a sixth-rounder in the deal, pick 185. So the Jets turned this down. And I think your initial reaction is, wow, they could have had an extra second and a third. See, if it was just an extra second, to me, that's not enough to move back and make the deal. And if you look at the trade value chart, that wouldn't be enough. But then you see there's a third involved, and you're like, wow, that's a lot. What it really comes down to is the Jets believed Olu Fashanu is too good of a prospect to pass up. This tells you how highly regarded they thought Fashanu was. And at the end of the day, if Fashanu ends up being the next to Brickashaw Ferguson, then this will not matter. The Rams were trying to come up to take Brock Bowers. Did somebody say Brock Bowers? But the bottom line is this. If you tell me that Fashanu is your guy and you believe in him, then I understand why the Jets didn't do it. Because if you look at what happened after pick number 10, these were the tackles that came off the board. So if the Jets had made this deal and they moved back from 10 to 19, they would have missed out on Fuaga. They would have missed out on Amarius Mims. There was a report that they had concerns over Troy Fontanu's medical. He ended up going 20 to Pittsburgh. So could the Jets have taken Fontanu? Yeah, they could have. But if they had concerns about the guy's medicals and they knew moving back from 10 to 19 would cost them then Fuaga, who they reportedly really liked, and Mims, they couldn't make this deal, even if you got an extra second and third. And let's be real. We also have learned since the draft that if the Jets had a second-round pick, you know who they would have taken? Malachi Corley, who they got anyway. So this deal really comes down to the fact, would you want an extra third-round pick? Fontanu and an extra third-round pick, because you were going to take Corley with your second-round pick. The Jets were shocked they were able to get him with the first pick of the third round. They had been trying to trade up into the second round to take Corley, and they would have just taken Corley with that 52nd overall pick. Because if you remember, Joe Douglas said that starting in the 50s, they tried to move up so they could draft Malachi Corley. So they would have just taken Corley at 52, and they would have had an extra third-round pick. Is that worth it when they clearly didn't think the other offensive tackle prospects were worth it in that spot? They valued Fashanu that highly. And at the end of the day, if Olu's the next to Brickashaw, it won't matter. If they pick the wrong tackle and Fontanu ends up being great, or some of the other guys that were picked after pick 20 end up being better players than Fashanu, a la Jordan Morgan, who went to Green Bay at pick 25. Tyler Guyton, who went to the Cowboys at pick 29. Then we could sit back and say this trade was a mistake. But you understand the Jets' logic here. They believed in Fashanu. So now he has to be really good. Because then you could have said, well, you could have made this deal, could have taken Fontanu, could have taken James Morgan, could have taken Tyler Guyton, and had Malachi Corley, and had an extra third-round pick. But here's the thing. It always comes down to, do you hit on the player or not? So I understand why the Jets rejected this. It shows you they had conviction in Olu Fashanu being their guy. But it's interesting because you could argue, hey, you take this, you get more picks. But I think the other thing you have to remember, too, the Jets, I think, handled this properly. Because you saw at the end there, Jeremiah saying, oh, this is an opportunity for the Jets, a little gamesmanship. Call the Vikings and say, you have teams that are trying to come up. You might miss out on your quarterback. And they did exactly that, but it really wasn't gamesmanship. Like, the Jets did have an offer from the Rams, and they chose to ultimately take a deal from the Vikings, where for doing nothing, they got an extra 4th and 5th round pick. They turned the Zach Wilson 6th round pick into an extra 4th and 5th, which they then used to finagle the draft board later on in the draft, and it ended up with them getting an extra 3rd round pick for this year that they might be able to use at the trade deadline if they need to, say, acquire Devontae Adams or acquire another weapon in season. So I ultimately think the Jets made the right decision here, because if you believe in Joe Douglas, like the JD sycophants do, then you have to believe Olu's their guy. They didn't want to mess around, and they took him. But I think when you explain the deal from the standpoint of, if they made the deal, the tackles that were available at that point, if they made the deal, they were going to take Corley with pick 52, and then they would have pick 99 to take a different player. So I think at the end of the day, I have no problem with the Jets turning this down. Because if you believe in Olu that much, like they clearly did, then I'm fine with it. And I think, once again, we liked Troy Fontenot. We don't have his medicals. So if the reports are true that the reason why Fontenot fell to 20 to Pittsburgh is because of concerns with his medicals, then you have to just be patient. You have to trust Douglas. And here's the thing too, right? Some teams can maybe get away rolling the dice on a guy who maybe has some concerns with the medicals. The Jets can't be that team. Not when their entire offensive line for 3 years in a row has been destroyed by injuries. The Jets couldn't afford to make this deal and take Fontenot at 20. Because what if he got hurt? We'd be saying, how the bleep could you take a guy that the NFL community had concerns with his medical record when you just went through the Mekhi Becton experience, AVT, Dwayne Brown? You couldn't take Fontenot there. So I think the Jets were like, we can't mess around. We're taking the safest offensive line prospect we believe in. Olu has no injury concerns. He's durable. We think he's a pure left tackle, where the other guys after that, there's a debate. Is he a right tackle or a left tackle? So you understand the thought process. But now, Olu's got to be really good. That's what it comes down to. No one's going to care about this proposal if Fashanu ends up being good. And I think he will be good. And I think the early returns on Olu have been very encouraging. So I'm excited about that. So Jet fans, I ask you, deal or no deal? If you were the Jets, knowing what you know now, are you taking this deal? Or are you fine with how it played out, where the Jets ultimately took their left tackle of the future, ended up taking their wide receiver they wanted, that they would have taken with pick 52 in this scenario? Or would you have rolled the dice, made this deal, and had an extra third-round pick to wheel and deal with? Because that's really what it comes down to. And then what were you doing at pick 19? You could take Fontenot. But now that we know that there were concerns with the medicals, how does that make you feel? Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Folks, today's show is presented by Jake Asman's Patreon. Get in on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. It includes access to our Discord chat. It includes this show in audio form, connected to your Spotify or Apple Podcasts, so you can take us on the go ad-free from YouTube ads. It also includes your name being added to our countdown ticker before the intro plays, all the other bonus perks, bonus shows not on YouTube, and a heck of a lot more. Plus, it's a great way to help support me as we make this YouTube gig my full-time job for the foreseeable future. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Shout out to all our incredible Patreon members. Get in on the Discord. We will have some information coming on the Long Island meetup next week. Information coming on some other events I'm currently working on. So patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Tom writes in, trade wasn't realistic. We weren't going to drop that far down. At least it gave them leverage with the Vikings. I think that's the other component too, Tom. So you didn't make this deal, but you still made a deal and got extra picks. Now, you didn't get an extra second or third, but you got an extra fourth and fifth for doing nothing. That's good GMing by Joe Douglas. Time will tell if Olu's the right pick. None of us can answer that right now. But the logic was sound. You took a premium position in an all-in year to help your Hall of Fame quarterback stay upright. And before you did that, you got Minnesota to give you 2 picks for doing nothing, which you then turned around and got extra players on day 3, and you now have an extra third-round pick this year you could use at the trade deadline if need be. So the logic was sound. The big fella with a super chat, he cuts the line. What we wanted without making a needless trade. That's a dub for Joe Douglas. I loved Fontenot, but even I could see it was the correct move to do nothing. Sometimes the best trades are the trades you don't make. I 100% agree with that. Olu's got to be a really good player. But if he's the next DeBrickashaw, like some have already compared him to, no one is going to even think twice about this deal. Ladies and gentlemen, the best listeners in sports, they've done it again. Dre Correa, 5 channel memberships. William Sprague, 5 channel memberships. That is 10 memberships gifted, and we're just getting underway.
Show me the money. Show me the money! Money.
If you hear your name called, you are officially an As Maniac, and we are looking to add even more channel members over the next couple of shows so we could add yet another emoji. I wish I could pull up the list of names here, but I've been having StreamYard streaming issues all morning, so I can't even get the names just yet. So I'm going to work on that. We'll get the names up and give everyone their proper shout out. But another super chat here from Dre, ironically, just came in. Shout out to the Discord. Accept the troll. You know who you are. Looking forward to seeing everyone in Long Island Thursday night. JETS, Jets. Dre, first rule of Long Island, you're on Long Island. Long Islanders will kill you if you say you're in Long Island. I kid. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Appreciate everyone tuned in today. Hit the like button. Only 81 likes. That doesn't make any sense. Something is not right. Tyrone with a super chat. He checks in. Good with what we did. Let's go Jets. How many more days we have to wait? So bored. I'm watching these Madden simulation games. Training camp is 40 days away. 40. A little less than that now. Jets' first on-field practice is July 24th. They report on July 23rd. Be a little patient. We'll get there. We will get there. Comments, questions, super chats, keep sending it in. Let's get to some of your calls right now. NY Jets Florida's first up today. NY, what do you got?
Hey, good morning. Right? Good morning. Yeah, just made it under the wire with a good morning. Couple things. I hope we don't mention Brock Bowers today at some point. Hindsight will be 2020 is always 2020 with everything. So I would say a couple things. If we were a conventional team, say Zach Wilson was a franchise quarterback, I would say we probably would have made the trade and gotten the 3 picks in order to, draft maybe a better, I don't say better wide receiver, but draft for depth and maybe upside on the talent wise. Also, Ricky NY made a good point earlier on another stream, the Paul Edson show, that the financial implications of signing those 3 picks would be higher than $6 million higher than the 1 pick. If you take all the 3 salaries of the potential LA Rams trade compared to the 11th pick, I don't know if financially it would be probably not beneficial for us to make that trade at this point with the way our cap is. So I think that could be part of the reason why we didn't do it on top of it.
I think it was all about Olu. I mean, it's still minimum money relative to, like signing guys in free agency. So I think it strictly came down to their belief in Fashanu. And I think they valued getting Olu and then using that Rams offer as leverage with the Vikings, which is what they did, to pick up an extra 4th and 5th for doing nothing to move back 1 spot.
Yeah, I gotcha. If Olu turns out to be a 10-year starter, potential Pro Bowler, I'm down. I mean, that's the goal. So, we trust JD on this one. Let's roll with what we have, and 40 days will go rather quickly at this point. Now that it's, it was 6 months a little while ago. Now we're at 40 days. Can't come any sooner. So, thanks for getting on today, Jake. Appreciate it.
One day at a time, Edwy. I'm with you, man. Enjoy summer, but man, can't wait for football. Sam says, if you say something positive about Zach Wilson, Jake will say you don't deserve your membership. I mean, what are we saying positive about him? That would be my question. I mean, he helped the Jets in the Vikings deal. They flipped that 6 they got from Denver and turned that into a 4th and a 5th. There's your positivity on Zach. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line, ladies and gentlemen. Gary is up next on our show. Hello, Gary.
What's up, Jake? All right, so I got a couple thoughts on this, right? First, look, if you're convinced on the guy you're going to take at 11, then don't trade him. Just sit there and take it, right? It's a principal move. This is the guy I want. He's available to me. I'm going to take him. I'm fine with the logic in that, but here's what I would say. When a winning organization, look, if you want to be smart, the first thing you have to do is recognize who's smarter than you. So if Joe Douglas, who's not smart, wants to be smart, look at people who win. Who do they want to take? Who do they want, right? People who are better than you at this. People who are far smarter than you with far more success with Super Bowl rings, been to Super Bowls. Who do they want? Why do you not want that? I said the same thing when the Sixers traded with the Celtics. Danny Ainge is smarter than you. He's telling you Tatum is better than Fultz. Why are you doing this trade? A person smarter than you is telling you that Brock Bowers is worth all of this. I'll give you basically all my valuable draft capital for Brock Bowers.
Did somebody say Brock Bowers?
Brock Bowers, no. Brock Bowers didn't fit the Jets. They needed an offensive lineman.
And winning doesn't fit Joe Douglas, right?
No.
You have a Super Bowl champion.
Actually, no.
Boy wonder.
Has Joe Douglas not drafted the greatest draft of the history of this franchise?
Of this franchise?
Yes or no?
Really
Yes
good
or no?
draft class.
So,
yes.
Can we stop acting like he's an idiot and has never gotten it right in the draft? Like he's had
No,
success
I'm going to
in the
act
draft.
like he's an idiot until he does smart things, right? Like all you
Okay,
have
so drafting the greatest draft in the history of this franchise is not smart, Gary. Don't try me today. I'm not putting up with your BS. All right.
Okay. Super Bowl champion says, I want Brock Bowers. I'm going to trade you all of my draft capital for Brock Bowers. 27 to 56, Joe says no, thank you.
First off, it wasn't all their draft capital. And if you look at the trade value chart, the first deal they offered was below value. So they were smart to turn it down. And you know what they did, Gary? They did the smart thing. They then used that offer as leverage to take the player they were going to take at 10, at 11, but got an extra 4th and 5th round pick for doing nothing. So we're really going to sit here. You can criticize Joe Douglas for a lot of things, but we're really going to sit here and say that he made the wrong move with that logic. What if Olu's the next to Brickashaw Ferguson? You still going to feel that way?
How did I open my call? I'm okay with the logic. I'm okay.
So why
with
are you mad?
This is your guy.
So why are you mad then? Why
Who's
are you
mad?
Who's mad? Why are you calling in saying, "Oh, Joey's not smart"? And you bring up a basketball analogy which doesn't fit at all with what the New York Jets are currently doing.
Because you listen to people and you take advice and you follow people who are smarter than you. That's how you get smarter, right? If a Super Bowl champion calls you up and says, "I'm going to give you all my draft picks for all my valuable draft picks, my first picks in the first 2 days for Brock Bowers," maybe tap the brakes a little bit. It's like, why do you want Brock Bowers so much? What am I not seeing?
Because he's a very good player. That's never what we debated with Brock Bowers. See, once again, Gary moving the goalpost. Nobody is ever.
Goalpost.
No, you have.
I'm asking a question.
Okay, so here's your answer then. Nobody has ever said that Brock Bowers is not a good player. I simply have said, and many Jet fans have said, he does not fit the best logic for the team. The best logic for the team would be offensive lineman. That's the point. It's not that Bowers is not a good player. It's that what is more beneficial for the Jets in the short term and the long term? It was an offensive lineman. That's why we're on board with the logic they used to select Fashanu.
Make this good. That's all I can say. This guy better be the goods. Like, it's done now. What's done is done. Make this good. If he's
dude, if Brock Bowers does not live up to the hype, like I will never let you forget. I will dance on your grave. Like I will stop by your grave one day and say, "Did somebody say Brock Bowers?" And honestly, you might outlive me because I'm a sick, deranged Jet fan, and this team has put me through hell. But I want you to know that I will never let you live it down if Brock Bowers is not the greatest tight end of all time. The way you talk about him.
Look, if Fashanu turns out to be that guy, if he's him, then good, all good. We're good. Like, then you did what you're supposed to do. Like, I'm okay with the pick, but when you see who wanted Bowers, it's like, make this good, Joey. You better be right. You better be right.
But Gary, by your same logic with that, because that's fair. You know, I actually don't think it's the craziest point you made. It's like, oh, if the Rams wanted Bowers, like it shows you what they think about him, right? Because they've earned the benefit of the doubt because they have smart offensive coaches. I get it. Kyle Shanahan wanted Trey Lance and traded 3 first-round picks to go up and get him. And he's one of the bigger busts we've seen. So, like, it's an inexact science, man. That's the whole point. Like, you could be really smart and screw up. Howie Roseman, I think, is one of the best GMs in football, if not the best GM. He took Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. It is an inexact science in the draft.
The Reagor thing, I might have been on board with that. Reagor was so good in college. It didn't work out. I understand. But Reagor was, I mean...
But that's the point. That's the point I'm making. It's not easy. These are good GMs who make mistakes.
No, I mean, it's fair. I mean, the Reagor thing on draft day, I don't know, it made sense to me. And then the Shanahan thing, I'll never quite understand why you mortgage that for Trey Lance, who didn't have any game tape his last year. I mean, it just that boggles my mind. And you're right; those are good GMs. They are.
Wow, Gary acknowledging a good point I made. I never thought I'd see the day.
It has happened before.
Who you got tonight, Tank?
Ooh, look, if Tank doesn't knock him out, he's going to get outboxed all night. So he better stop him. I'm like 55. Everyone's saying this is going to be one-sided. It's not. I'll take Tank, but he better knock him out because he's not winning a decision with Frank Martin. So
Joe Douglas should have been fired 2 days before he was hired.
And that was Talking Boxing with Gary. I know it. I needed a good spar session with Gary here on a Saturday. VBAD says, Jake, did he answer my question? VBAD, I have no idea what your question was. Praise Douglas or take a punch from prime Tito Trinidad? Gary, would you rather praise Joe Douglas or take a punch from prime Tito Trinidad?
I'm 40 years old. I'm not getting that left hook from Trinidad. Like, maybe when I was 25, I would have picked that. At 40, I'm not getting hit by Tito Trinidad. I'll praise Joe Douglas.
Thank you for the time. There you go, V-Man. We got you covered. William writes in, give it up, Gary. Yeah, good luck with that one. Are you kidding me? Give it up, Gary. The leader of the Power Boys?
Power Boy. Power Boy.
William making it rain with 5. Count it. 5 channel membership.
Free stuff.
Now, StreamYard has been giving me issues today. The YouTube chat's been a debacle. So I'm hoping I can at least get the 5 names here. But the 10 names that were gifted by William and Dre at the beginning, unfortunately, I don't have those. But I do have the 5 here from William Sprague. O-Rocks Games, Jeff C., Franklin Funk, Ali Shafri, King of Kings. You guys are all members courtesy of William Sprague. So there you go. We got you your 5 right there. Ladies and gentlemen, Dre with a $10 super chat. Oh, baby, yeah. Tickets for both the home opener and the Texans done. Currently working on renewing my passport and airfare for London. Looking at Tennessee and Miami. Who's coming with me? Smash the like button. Is Dre going to every road game ever? I love it. Dre, I'll see you in London and Miami. Those are the 2 road games I'm targeting. And I'll see you for the home opener and at the Texans game, of course. Let's see. Comments, questions, super chats. Let's keep it rolling with your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is our guy, Nick Shine. Hello, Nick.
What's up, sir? Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I'm all right with not moving down. When you pinpoint your guy and you have Tyron Smith in the building and you say, we're going to bring this guy in. We're going to sit him behind Tyron, let him learn from Tyron from a year. It's the guy that Olu idolizes. It's a perfect scenario. You don't step off of that to roll the dice on, like you said, we're going to take Corley anyway with that pick. We were trying to move up to get him. You don't risk that, and you don't change your ground. You don't change your stance. You don't change your plan as an organization for the 3rd round pick, in my opinion. You stay where you are. Listen, we tried to call up to 6. We tried to call up to 9. Those teams said no, too. They had their plan. They executed it. No one's dogging them over that. Jets shouldn't get dogged here, even by the most pessimistic of fans, including Gary himself. When you have a plan, you execute it. And when you're at, like you said, you move back 1 spot, great. You knew that team wasn't moving up to take Olu. You knew they wanted the quarterback. You finagle them, you finesse them, and then you execute your plan. There's months of work that goes into this. You don't roll the dice, move back. If Olu's your guy, after the wide receivers were gone, take them, develop them. We failed so many draft picks because we put them in before they were ready to play, right? Dom C and others have all said, Olu might need a little bit of work. Well, great. You're getting it from one of the greatest technicians we've seen in recent years at left tackle. Sit behind Tyron, become a sponge, and then next year, step in and take over and dominate the day you take the field where we don't have to go through the rookie growing pains. It's too important of a year, but I love the plan short-term with Tyron and long-term with Olu stepping in for him.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. Really good points. And you know, they also, it's not like they didn't do anything. Like, they still were smart and they got extra picks for doing nothing. You know, like they took advantage of this offer from the Rams and they said, hey, Minnesota, we have a deal to move back. Give us something. Otherwise, we might move back from 10 to 19. We got a deal in place with the Rams.
Yeah. It's, you know, I love these documentaries. Like, I am a draft junkie, and I wish there was more of this, right? Like, I wish you could see every call. I know you're not, but I absolutely love this, and I can't wait to check it out and see what other stories and things were going on draft day amongst the other teams too. You know, it's one of those things that we get fascinated with as Jets fans. Now, I'm looking forward to next year when we draft 32, and we really don't give a shit about the draft in February and March because we're celebrating the championship. We're like, oh, the draft is this year? Oh, remember when we used to care about the draft starting in October? We were dressing up. Yeah, we were dressing up as the guys we wanted for Halloween. That's how soon our season ended. This is going to be great.
I mean, amen.
I got some good news for you. The rap video will be getting taped today. I'm going to start to tease it here on your show. There will be a rap video being created, and Gator's on board, and we're going to have a rap video release for you at some point next week, and we'll do it here on your channel.
When it's ready, we will play it. I'm excited.
I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm not going to drop who it is yet. We'll tease that after the weekend, and then maybe midweek, everything will be done, and I'll come on, and we'll drop it here for you.
Nick, looking forward to it, man. Happy Father's Day.
Later. Thank you, buddy, and happy Father's Day to your father, man. Legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Nick Shine checking in from like a cornfield or something. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get right back to your calls. But Mike D's Nuts is making it rain. 10 memberships on a Saturday. That is a $50 spend for the Asmaniacs. It's time for a D's Nuts drop.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's Nuts. Hey, for another gifted membership. Hey.
MC3, Jason, Dorian H, Kikuka Lake Jet Fan, Joseph Freeman, Sneaker King, Donnie Alford, John Petrucci, M123, Aria Shaikin. You guys are all channel members. Hopefully you enjoyed the new Mike D's Nuts drop video. We don't have one anymore. We now have two. Dre writes in, kudos to Gary for at least admitting he was wrong. Dre wrote in before. Kudos to Gary for admitting he was wrong. Dre spent $7 to highlight the fact Gary might have admitted he was wrong. I love this channel. Big fella with a super chat. I want to wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day. Have a great weekend, gentlemen. Smoke some grass and get some ass. Have a drink on me, boys. Alrighty then. Sprague, sound the alarms. A $100 super chat. Let's go, William. You are the man, the myth, the legend. I am going to the home opener, section 140, row 28. Hope to meet you all. William, L5, before the game. Can't wait to meet you, my man. Beers on me. Let's go. We got William coming to the home opener now. I'm hyped. Dan writes in, he's been an Asmaniac for 3 full months. All hail D's Nuts. Well said. Daniel Murphy checks in. He gifted a membership. That went to Hank G. If you got a channel membership today, pay it forward. For just as little as $5, you can give someone else a membership. Thank you, Daniel Murphy. Appreciate you. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now for the first time since a controversial call that's being known as Poopgate is this guy.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully he no sleeping. Adios mio.
What's up, Jake?
V-Man, hello.
Sorry, just busy getting into an argument with an idiot in the chat.
Sounds like a typical Saturday for you, V-Man.
Well, you know, because I explained things as, you know, and getting mad on my Puerto Rico opinion, because the reason I have an opinion on it and why my opinion is right is because I read this book. Maybe you should read it, Hector. Hector, maybe give this book a fucking read.
V-Man, easy there.
I'm sorry. It's like...
We now go live to our political expert, Vincent.
You want to be a real political party, target areas where you can win. Until then, you're going to be the political clown show that every American and everyone on the left is going to laugh at. So, that's all.
Helping us change the world. Thank you, V-Man.
Yeah, no, I just get mad. Like, I get mad about certain things, and they kind of trigger me. Like when I point out the fact, like I was pointing out the fact that Puerto Rico is a third world country in everything but name. Failing power grid, failing healthcare system, failing education system, rampant corruption, and everyone fleeing to America. But we're gonna get back to football. I gotta agree with the fact that the Jets did not make this pick. The Jets did not make this trade because it was the right move. Look, you go back that far, we would have ended up getting you ended up getting a tackle that's not. You would have probably ended up taking the guy with the health concerns, you know. And look, it was the smart move because you were right. Sometimes the best trades are the ones you don't make.
I agree with that. Now, here's the question I have for you, V-Man. A lot of people have been speculating on this Poopgate situation. Do you have any further comments on it?
No, I do not have any further comments on it. And Tom's asking me about my Italian roots. Like, you want me to acknowledge? I'll tell you. I can tell you this. My grandfather, my Italian grandfather, is from Potenza and was a grease monkey who had a childlike obsession with Ferrari. So, there you go, Tom. You wanted to know something about my Italian ancestry. There you go. You're happy.
V-Man, thank you for calling back.
Someone asked for some music, so I do have my bass plugged in, so I can give you something.
We got 40 days till training camp. Why not? Go ahead.
Yeah. Right. Let's see. All right, can we? All right, I cannot focus with those sound effects. I cannot concentrate on the bass line with the sound effects.
That's you making that noise.
Please, I don't. What are you? What are you, my mother?
Your mom makes fart sound effects?
No, but when there's I'm not going to explain. It's probably best that I don't just look at it.
Well, this call got weird. V-Man, thank you very much for the time.
All right.
That's the end of that V-Man call. Now he can go back to sleeping.
Honestly, I think I timed those drops pretty good. All right, I think it actually fit the song. Wow, what a call. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Salah's watching the show. What's up, Coach? Jake, I apologize. I wasn't notified you were live. That's okay, Coach. It's good to have you on board. Big fella with a super chat. We need some V-Man guitar. Oh, we got it all right. Forever Ron checks in with a super chat. He has been a channel member for 6 months. Is V-Man originally from Flushing, Queens? Man. Daniel Murphy checks in. He's an OG member, 8 months. What's right for the Rams isn't always right for the Jets. Each individual team has different individual needs at the time. Yeah, that's what Gary refused to acknowledge. Like, a tight end fits the Rams more than it fits the Jets, who desperately need offensive line help and already had a legitimate starting tight end in Tyler Conklin, a tight end with upside. They invested a third-round pick in now going into his third year in Jeremy Ruckert. And honestly, Kenny Yeboah making some plays so far. A lot of people high on him. Coach Salah says that call turned into poop. Yeah, look. The video evidence is overwhelming that B-Man was obviously in the bathroom sitting on the crapper. The question is, was he actually crapping? That's the debate. For those who want a recap of that call, we posted a short of it yesterday. And it's also on my Instagram at Jake Asman Show and TikTok at Jake Asman Show. So check it out there. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is a guy who is seemingly always in the truck, always driving. Dirty joins us now. Hello, Dirty.
Yo, that was a shitty conversation, A. And B, they were timed perfectly, I have to say. They were timed perfectly. You had me rolling over here. You got a wild show today, Jake. You have a wild show today.
Or it's just a typical Saturday show, which is what makes this channel the best.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think this channel is going to have any problem gaining traction for future longevity. So, so I told you last time, or I sent you a message. Remember, I told you I was in that the Phil Savage class.
Yes, you did.
Okay, this is a perfect time to explain why they don't take those kind of trades, because we were taught these kinds of things inside that class. Okay, and why people goes to certain teams, why they can go completely out of the first round because only one team was looking at them. Okay, if they want to make the argument, just say for Bowers for a second. Okay, that means 16 other teams didn't like them either as their first pick. So if they say, how come we didn't take him? Well, 16 other teams had the same thought. Okay. If he is going to be picked that high as a tight end, that means he better do better than LaPorta. That means he better be doing better than Kelsey. I know that sounds crazy because Kelsey was a late draft pick. You better know how to block. I mean, run block, pass block. You better know how to do everything from day one. And he does not know how to do everything. He needs to work on his blocking. To me, I made a bet that he would fall outside the top 10, and he did. Regardless of that, to say that we're learning from a Super Bowl champion, what it may be, or the Super Bowl championship coach or what have you. Did people forget who we have? Phil Savage came from Bill Belichick. He was the safeties coach for the Browns. How about giving our team a little bit of credit? Where did Joe Douglas come from? He was with Ozzie Newsome, Daniel Jeremiah. These are the people that he's been around. Can we give ourselves as Jets fans a little credit? Because I went through, I'll give you this real quick. I went through the past 4 drafts that Joe Douglas did, and I can prove, based upon that class that I took, why he has most of his percentages are up as not busts. I know we've had Mekhi Becton, Zach Wilson, all these other guys. I understand. But they're not busts. He actually has more percentage of people making it depending on where they were graded and how they were drafted. More of passing grade than people think. We have a great gene.
He hasn't been perfect, but to me,
no.
There's been logic applied with all the picks, besides probably the first draft where I thought it was ridiculous. They took James Morgan in the 4th round, and they took Braden Mann. But that was the Gase coaching staff too. But since Salah's been here, he hasn't hit on every pick, but there's been logic to it. They've used 1st-round picks on premium positions, offensive line, pass rusher, wide receiver, quarterback. No GM's perfect, but we went from Mike McCagnon, who was taking safeties in the 1st and 2nd round in the same draft. There was no logic to these decisions. Douglas at least has sound logic, and he does come from a background in Baltimore and Philly where they've had success. So that's something you could say for sure.
All right. There's something I am putting together a video. I did all the research on all the drafts with Joe Douglas, where they were drafted, if they're still on the team or not. And if you look at it, the things that we were taught in this class were, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all the way to the 7th round. A lot of these draft picks that we have, let's just say for Ashton Davis, okay, he's a 3rd rounder, all right? People still say, I've heard from my friends, that he's a bust. He's not, if the organization is not spending a lot of money on him and he's still starting and he's doing his job, okay? That's not necessarily a bust. I know everybody wants him to be a starter as a third rounder, but they're actually labeled as potential starters in the third round. So when they're drafted there and they don't become one, it's not necessarily a bust. It's a very fine line, though. You know what I mean? But I will have a video describing all of this different stuff, and I'm going to go through each draft pick, and it's going to be a fun time. So, I mean, maybe, I'll pass it over to you, and, if you like it, cool,
Ladies and gentlemen, GM Dirty, checking in from the mail truck. We love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike D's Nuts. Another 10 memberships have been gifted. D's Nuts, dropping it.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's Nuts. Hey, for another gifted membership. Hey.
Yeah, here we go. Jordan, Victor, Dewey Nation, Neil Ray, Robert Dufak, Jonathan Fernandez, Mr. Jet Keys, Michael Beckman, Bobby Finstock, Game Master. Thank Mike D's Nuts. Also, pretty great. We went from a V-Man call to a dirty call, given the allegations made against V-Man. Shout out to Mike D's Nuts coming through for the people. Nothing gets me more excited than playing the Mike D's Nuts video. That is $50 spent by Mike D's Nuts after he spent $50 earlier in the show. $100. We had a $100 super chat from William Sprague. He gifted 10 other memberships too. He spent $100, $200. Amazing. Best listeners in sports. Derek says, hey, Jake, do you get credit if I buy a Jets app from Fanatics? What's your code? Not a code, but if you see down below, there is links to hats and links to Jet gear. Click on something you like, get to the Fanatics website, and this show will get credit for bringing you there. We love a Saturday show. Ladies and gentlemen, Dano writes in with a super chat. He's been a member for 9 months. And OG, using my 9-month milestone that so few have, to ask you if you could please play Margot Robbie drop with money, money, money. You know what, Dano? Since you've been a long-time member, here you go.
Show me the money. Show me the money! Money, money, money.
To me, that's more of a Jerry Maguire drop, but hey, I'll take it. Ladies and gentlemen, Moneybags Dre Correa, $100 spent. 20 channel memberships have been gifted.
Money, 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 money.
Folks, it is raining memberships. If you hear your name called, Dre is the guy you thank. Cowboys fan, Mexican Boy 93, Drew Bombergrants, Lego My Ego, Ryan P, Jason Jets, Knicks Nation, Adrian Olivas, Marvin ZB, Aman Hussein, White Lotus, great show, by the way, Drew, Mr. Nobody, Ace in Your Pocket _gaming, Haim S, Dawn Dweedman 2415, Michael Gisani. You guys are all channel members. David Gans, channel member. Holy hell. Dre, making it rain. Money, 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 money. Let's go. Folks, it's getting out of control right now. Super chat. Hennessy, Heisman. Tampa won a Super Bowl, so let's follow what they did, Gary. Gary getting the people fired up in the comment section today. What else is new? Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is a man who doesn't need an introduction, but he happens to have 6 of them.
Well, you know I can't wear my freaking hat. It's hot, my balls will sweat. Oh, look, I have a fan. I'm Bobby.
Hey, Jake, how you doing?
Bobby!
That was very nice for everybody to give gifted members. That's very nice of you guys.
Love it. Best listeners, Bobby. You know the Asmaniacs.
Yes, they are very good listeners. I know that. Very good.
How's your health, Bobby?
Much better. I go back to work very shortly.
Nice. I'm excited. I'm excited for you to be back on your feet.
Yes, I got my thing yesterday. Went to my physical therapy yesterday, and she said I'm all clear.
Let's go. When do you start work?
So I called my manager on Monday and then tell him and he'll get me back.
We're excited to have you back out there.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be back. It's been boring here. But I do my show, so that's good. That keeps me the time.
What time are you going live today?
Not today.
No, what?
No. No. I'm not doing live today.
What do you mean?
I got plans in the afternoon.
Yeah, but who's going to keep the Asmaniacs entertained when I sign off
You.
today? No,
You.
I had the morning shift. You have the afternoon shift.
I got plans with my daughter today. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll give you a pass. Family's important. It's Father's Day weekend. You deserve it, Bobby.
Yes, I do. Well, she does too. I take her out today. She's taking me out tomorrow.
Nice. Where are you guys going?
Well, she wants to try Chili's again.
Oh, Chili's? I love Chili's.
Yeah, she likes the Chili's.
Triple dip, Bobby. That's the move.
Yeah, triple dip. Yep. That's what she likes. She wants to try something different. And then tomorrow she's taking me out to Applebee's.
Let's go. Applebee's. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, we like Applebee's. She grew up on Applebee's.
I like the wings from Applebee's. I think they're underrated.
Yeah, well, I'm not a big wing fan. I like the chicken.
What about the spinach artichoke dip?
Yeah, spinach artichoke.
Yeah, but it's cream spinach. It's not like actual spinach.
No, I don't like artichoke. I don't like spinach.
What about mozzarella sticks?
Oh yeah, that's
little baby back ribs.
Yeah, they're good.
All right, there you
Yankees kicked the Red Sox ass yesterday.
They did. How about Verdugo going yard against his old team?
Well, let's see what happened when you train your good player.
He's a dog, man. Woof, woof, woof.
Yeah, he's doing good this year. The Yankees are going to kill him again today.
I hope so.
Too bad the Celtics didn't sweep, though. Damn it.
That's okay.
I wanted them to sweep.
Yeah, but I'm doing a radio show tomorrow. I need something to talk about.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yep. So tomorrow's Sunday already. Can't believe it.
I know. Another week in the books.
July 4th is come around soon.
Yeah. Is Neil sending the plane for you to come to his party?
No. He said he could come to the party.
Yeah. He's sending the private jet.
He lives way out on the island, right?
He's in the Hamptons.
So I could probably take the Connecticut ferry over there. That's quicker for me.
He'll send the plane.
Yeah, $6,000.
Yeah. Well, we'll just get Mike D's nuts to get some more memberships. We'll be there soon.
I don't know. He gives a lot. You can't ask him to do that.
Nah, he's the goat.
My cat says hello, everybody. She's meowing.
She's meowing.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You want to see her?
Sure.
No, like come here. They want to see your lovely little face. Come here, baby. Hello now. Come on. She's playing shy now.
Ah, all right.
Once I get I'll get you another. I'll get her another time.
All right, we'll make it work, Bobby.
She was meowing for her daddy, so she's asking for food. She's hungry.
All right, well, I'll let you feed your cat and enjoy the Chili's and the Applebee's this weekend, Bobby.
Yep. Okay, you too. Have a great weekend. You were going on tomorrow?
No, probably not.
Oh, yeah.
10 a to 1 p on ESPN Radio, though.
Okay, I'll call you from there.
You got it. Bobby, talk to you soon.
Okay, bye now.
Oh, you know I like the Yankees and the Jets. Can't believe Jake and Roger met. I'm more than just a hat on Bobby.
Bobby, good news. Dre says he'll cover your Zoom meeting shift. So there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, DNY4 for life. This our guy Devin says Elizabeth would like to sing you the chicken and pasta song. Hey, if she wants to call in and sing it, we'd be happy to have her. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show so far. How many memberships are we going to get today? We're at 56 in this show. Let me update the YouTube membership settings and see how many we are from a new emoji. Shout out to the 4% female demographic. We got them their own pink jet logo emoji to represent them earlier this week. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is the great JT. Hello, JT.
Yo, Jake. How we doing, my guy?
What's up?
Yo, so I wanted to weigh in on this the Rams trade up scenario that just popped up recently. I think that we loved Olu. He might have even been our number one. I mean, maybe Alt would have been the number one, but I think he's like the O lineman that we wanted. His personality just seems like a Joe Douglas pick. He seems
I completely agree.
Guy.
Yeah, look, that's exactly what it came down to, right? They could have had extra picks. We know that second round pick was going to be used on Corley, so it really came down to Fatanu, James Morgan, and Guyton, and a third-round pick, or get an extra fourth and fifth for doing nothing and get the guy you believed in more than those other three linemen in Fashanu, and they went with that one. I can't fault them for it. Let's just hope they got it right.
I think they got it right, too. I like the way that we went with that. And talk about Corley for a second. The text between Saleh and Douglas in the morning saying we got to get Corley, and then actually getting him in the third, insane. I love it.
Yeah. And what's great, too, is, they have the Jets have a second-round wide receiver curse. All right, well, let's just get Corley first pick of the third round then. Problem solved.
Yep, curse is over. I want to also say, Jake, your community is fantastic, man. You've built a great community here, man. Everybody's just, I don't know. Everybody's spreading the wealth, sharing the love. I just love it, man.
I appreciate that, Jay. Yeah, I don't know where you're based, but if you can make it to the Long Island event, you can meet a lot of these guys in person on Thursday.
South Jersey. That's on a Thursday night, though, right? Or is it?
Thursday night, yep.
I'll be at the Yankees game that night, actually.
Oh, well.
Yankees-Orioles.
Oh, it's during the day, that game.
It's 4 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, 4:10. Hey, if you want to come to Long Island after, you're more than welcome to.
I'll see if I can make it. I got work in the morning on Friday, unfortunately. So
not easy.
I got to save some PTO for San Fran.
That's right. All right. JT, bring us a Yankee win on Thursday, all right? Big series coming up.
All right, we'll do, man. Thank you for taking my call.
Excellent job, JT. Check it in. Ladies and gentlemen, we said that this person can come on and sing us the chicken song. That is the great Elizabeth, and she joins us now. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Would you like me to play the chicken and pasta song just to kind of remind you how it is, or you already know it?
I already know it.
All right, let's hear it.
Chicken doesn't go with pasta. Don't you know it's disgusting? Chicken can't go with pasta. Why? Because of the texture. Is that go get you some pizza and the nearest Shell gas station because chicken can't go with pasta. I just discovered dogs are pets.
Chicken doesn't go with pasta. Don't you know it's disgusting? Chicken can't go with pasta. Why? Because of the texture. Instead, go get yourself pizza at the closest Shell gas station, cause chicken don't go with pasta. I just discovered dogs are pets.
Wow. I think Elizabeth did it better.
She loved that song, Jake. Hey, she's like singing it every day. She's like, can I go sing? I want to sing the chicken and pasta song. And she's rocking her Brees Hall today. She's like, which one should I wear? She was rocked between Brees and Sauce. I'm like, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. I love it. That was great. Who knew Gator created the ultimate the ultimate kid song? Apparently,
he sure did. Because she loves that one. And she loves Bobby too. She sings the Bobby Midnight song sometimes.
Oh, I love it. I just got a text from Gator. Seeing Elizabeth sing that stupid song I wrote made my day.
Gator, we love you, bro. We definitely appreciate you and Jake, man. Yo, keep doing your thing, Jake. 40 more days until training camp. Please. I don't even want to weigh in on the nonsense. I love you, Jake. I keep saying this, but we share a similar brain. It's like whenever I want to express how I'm feeling about certain idiotic topics, I just got to tune in because my boy got my back.
I appreciate that. Nobody bats 1,000, but I just try to be honest with my thoughts. And you're right sometimes, you're wrong, but I'm never going to do what so many in my business do, where they like make up a take just to like have like the opposite opinion because it will stand out and be different. Like that's just not how I do it.
That's dope. Appreciate you, brother. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and catch up on the rest of the show from the background.
Yeah, but happy Father's Day, all right, Elizabeth. I hope you have a great Father's Day with your dad.
Thank you. All right, later.
What a great call that was. What a star Elizabeth is. That was awesome. That was fantastic. Speaking of stars, ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is one of the great duck chasers in the history of that profession. Scott is up next. Hello, Scott.
Hey, what's up, dude? Pleasure, everyone. Hello. Listen, I'm at the Y. I have to meet with the general manager today. We're discussing football plans, parties for the NFL. So I said, I want to get Jake here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the park or whatever. We have SPAC, we have the track. And he said, does he want to be at the bunker? That's his call. You're invited to the bunker pretty much. I'm not going to confirm it. He asked for your business card. I said, listen, on behalf of me, just talk to him.
Okay.
You handle it. He wants to go to the mayor. I'll go to the mayor, but I have a meeting. I have a meeting with him today at 3 o'clock. So what do you want to say, dude?
I don't know what to say, Scott. I'm blown away.
No, I'm not kidding. I have to meet with him today. So you tell me, do you want to get up here or no?
Where am I doing the show from? The park, your restaurant, the racetrack?
I want to get you here for, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and hopefully with the mayor's permission, do whatever you want. The park is a historical park, so you could do it from wherever. It's what you want. If you don't want to come up here, that's cool. If you do,
no, I would love to. Let's get the mayor on the show.
I got to talk with the GM today.
Okay.
We'll work it out. Finances on you. I said, Jake's an upstanding, cool dude. Trust me, it's fine. GM's a cool, awesome dude. He's an upstanding guy. You guys work it out. It's pretty much a done deal. You guys work it out financially.
Right.
I just talked to him briefly last night. He's like, does he want to come to the bunker? I'm like, yeah, like I said, I don't know.
What is the bunker? I don't think the audience is aware of what this bunker is.
There's 7 bunkers. It's an indoor golf facility. That's it.
Okay.
And it's a high-end bar with a mezzanine that you can look out.
Scott, I don't know if I could show up until we catch the robber at the bunker.
I'm sure if you talk to the general manager, you can work that out. That's what I'm saying.
I want the mayor on the line.
No one puts baby in a corner. I'm dead serious though, guys. If you want to do it, they're talking this week about big parties they want for the bunker of Saratoga all week long.
But there's a robber at large, Scott. We haven't established the solution to this problem.
We got Charles. He'll take care of it. I think Charles could be a Sioux Slayer. Why not? But that's what I want to talk about. That's it.
Scott,
nothing else.
Thank you for the call. Enjoy the YMCA.
Wait, hold on. Yes, or what would you like me to tell? Preliminary, what would you like me to tell them?
Yes, we'll have them contact my people. We'll cut the deal.
That's what you want? Okay, fine. That's all I'm asking. All right. He'll contact you.
Scott, thank you.
No, my pleasure. And it's no joke, guys. You can laugh all you want. We're trying to make it happen. We just started up a weekend or a month and a half. It's reality. I'm not going to flex. Forget it.
I just said enjoy the workout.
I got to train chest and shoulders. It's not a workout, dude.
Enjoy your weekend.
It's an outer spirit, out of body experience every lifting session. It's not just going in to lift weights. And anyone that lifts weights knows. So you're gonna be up here at some capacity. Yes.
I'll see you there.
It's yes or no.
Yes.
All right. It's gonna happen. All right. That's awesome. Thank you. You guys have a great day, great weekend. I'm done. Whatever. Laugh at me all you want, but it's gonna happen. Okay.
Thank you, Scott.
Bye-bye.
You're well. What just I can't. I don't know what just happened there. Scott, have the bunkers people and the mayor call my people. we'll get the mayor on the show. that needs to happen. The question is, it's going to happen, but we're not quite sure what is happening. I can't be alone, right? I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about, to be honest with all of you. I think I know, but I don't actually know. I don't know. All right. I can't believe what I just saw. Mike just got 50 channel memberships. 50! Are you kidding me? These nuts. 50 memberships. I mean, $250.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership.
We're going to be reading names for the rest of the show.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership. Hey.
I'll play it again. This is insane.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership. Hey.
This is insane. One of the more insane shows that's ever been done. AB, only one, Danish. Bear with me, people. Jagor, Zach Bergeron, Black Beast, J-Rock, Coral, Awar 300, Jaime Flores, Sun Wu, Jay Ramirez, T-Bone Experience, Michael Coleman, Ghosty Plays, Ain't Frito U, Jordan, Ethan Redmond, OJ, Jason O'Neill, K. Rich, Nizam, Edmund Tan, Seth Walhart, JJP NYC, Bob Doles Ghost, Josh Nordquist. We're not done. Umba Mortis, Wad Self. We're probably only halfway there. Zizella, Ryan Williams, Ryan Curry, Tank Shizu, Matt Harstein, Adenoki, Fresh Mutsadel, Putrid Penguin Poots, Sneaky Ankle, Gonzix, Christopher Dawson, The Fool, Soulscape Healing Poetry, Unknown P, Bob Husley, Crowless Aldonis. Is that it? Oh, Corollis Aldonis. All right, that was just 50. Insane. 50 channel memberships. 50. That is the most you're allowed to spend on YouTube. That is $250, folks. D's nuts.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership. Hey.
Mike D's Nuts says, could have done a super chat, but I'm a man of the people. You're damn right you are. Dano says, bunker was the trunk of a car occupied. God. Look, we're going to get the mayor on the show. We're going to talk with the mayor. It will all make sense. Scott's on to something. Holy hell. All right, more calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the king is on the line. King Lowski joins us. What's up, King?
Jake, my brother! Jake, my brother! Jake, my brother! Oh, Scott! Hey, Scott, get the damn mask! Oh, my God! Hey, Jake! Hey, Jake! I don't know what... I've been crying for the past 5 minutes, Jake. I just came on here to say, fuck Boston, Jake.
The king is speechless. He couldn't even get angry this time. Oh, that was unreal. I don't know what Scott's talking. I gotta have to review the tape. You know how coaches say I gotta watch the film? I know what they mean now. I gotta watch the film. We need the mayor on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, I just saw this from Doug. It was sandwiched in between a $10 membership and a $20 membership gift from D's Nuts and Trey. Doug writes in, V-Man was 1,000% on the crapper. Anyone who thinks otherwise lives under my couch. Look, come on, Doug. Ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. O-Rocks Games joins us now. What's up, O-Rocks?
Hey. Lowski kills me every time this man comes on the camera. I swear to God. This is my second time up here too, Jake. I swear to God, you guys kill me every time. Scott, he said bye, Scott. He said bye. Oh, yo. Yeah, no, I wanted to talk about the topic and stuff like that. Yeah. The draft picks and everything.
What was the topic again? I forgot.
Yes. The draft picks are fine and everything. It would have been fine either way. I'm sure JD would have found a way to make it good for us. You know? That second round pick might have been something real special if, like, say, one of the Xaviers fell to the second round, you know? But I wanted to ask you, did you see this? I don't even know where this article came from. You know, those little articles pop up sometimes when you open up your browser. I seen, they had stock dropping on these 4 Jets players. Hassan Reddick, of course, but not for performance issues, they said. Zach Kuntz, Malachi Corley, and Israel Abanaconda, which I can understand. He's dropping way down the depth.
He would be the only one I would say is legitimate because they drafted 2 running backs. Both running backs apparently played well in the spring, and Izzy was like getting 3rd or 4th team reps, they were saying. So, like, that's legit. Reddick's stock can't drop. He's a premier pass rusher. He hasn't shown up to any spring practices where they're not wearing full pads. Like, that to me is a little crazy. And Corley has turned some heads, they say, too. So that surprised me that he'd even make the list.
Exactly. I've been seeing nothing but clips of this kid on the Jets main fan page on Facebook. So I don't know what they're talking about there. But also, I think Zach Kuntz, with his size, we can use him in certain situations. He's not going to start over, Conklin or Yeboah and stuff like. But that big body, man, you can't tell me we can't figure out how to use that guy at some point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, the thing is, they have a crowded tight end room, right? Because, you're hearing Kuntz made all these plays on the practice squad with Aaron in December last year, but now Aaron's back. Conklin is lighting it up. Ruckert apparently made a bunch of unbelievable plays this week, according to Sabo and Faria, who were there. And like Yeboah, man, like he's the preseason king every year, but like they're saying he's actually like going to push for some opportunities on the field. So like Kuntz just might be the odd guy out.
I think all of us from New Jersey, New York, maybe even some parts of Connecticut. It's very biased media up there. Don't go. It's all Boston shit. But yeah, I think we're all rooting for Jeremy Ruckert to make a big push this year.
Definitely. And it takes time with most tight ends. So he's out in his 3rd year. He knows the offense. He has a clear role defined on this team. I'm excited to see what he can do with a real quarterback.
Me too. I'm glad I got up here to give my second call. It's much better than first. I actually got my points across. I didn't just, fan out.
Hey, O-Rocks, call back in anytime. You have arguably the best setup out of any of the callers. So please, we need a quality microphone. I mean, this is all I ask for from a computer. This is better than the JJ call in the car where we hear every other word. So I appreciate it.
Hey, maybe I could be one of those special analysts. I get like a special title down here. And stuff,
keep calling, and I'll make sure that Gator does something for you, man. We need all the quality audio we can get.
Yeah, shout out to you, Gator. Miss you, bro. Haven't seen you since like the last time I called. But yeah, see all the music videos. Those are going great. Have a good one, Jake. Be back soon, man.
Appreciate you, man. Excellent call. Unreal. Tom writes in, if the mayor ponies up 5,000 channel memberships, Jake will be in Albany tomorrow. I'll be in Albany in 2 hours if the mayor spends $5,000 in channel memberships. I'll be there. NY Flight Jets Talk. This is one of the best shows I've ever watched. Who would have thought a Saturday, June 15th show about a football team would be what this show has become? Unreal. 106 channel members, a V-Man call, a Scott call, Bobby Midnight. We're just getting started, folks, because right now, an OG is on the line.
The only thing better than all them shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Mr. Mosey.
Jake, my brother. Jake, my brother, what is going on?
Bro.
Yo, if I'm a little jealous, Scott talking about this bunker. He's gonna have you at the bunker Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I need you to do I need you to do some shows lined up at Alden, but I need you here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Get Mayor Adams on the line like Scott's doing for his mayor, and we'll discuss.
I can pull some strings. You guys got to stop laughing at Scott though, because the bunker is real.
There's a robber at large, though. That's the only thing. Is it safe to do the show from his place of work when there's a robber at large?
Well, the real bunker, it's probably like a basement with about 8 cages. It's got the 2 girls from the park, a bunch of ducks, and the robbers there as well. So, but no, shout out to Scott, man. We love you, bro. You're the best. So.
Everyone used the Scott hair emoji, man. It's there for a reason. His hair was looking fresh today.
We love Scott. We just need him to flex those beautiful muscles he's got, because every time he shows us the guns, it's the gun show.
What do you think he meant when he said he's doing a spiritual workout today as opposed to a standard workout?
Spiritual, I think he's going to meditate that he's working out. He's going to sit there and spiritually lift those weights with his mind, not his body. He's channeling his inner, he's taking some advice from Aaron Rodgers and, the darkness retreats.
I love it. Now, Aaron might be in Egypt right now. So, maybe Scott's been inspired.
Exactly. Now to my Jets take. How do you even talk Jets on the channel anymore? I got a Jets take, and then like 4 calls goes in front of me, and it's like I'm just filled with content. It's ridiculous. Gary, I was helping a customer. Fucking Gary's just ripping in my ear, getting me agitated as I'm helping the customer. It's like, Gary, I love you, but can you just quit the? How can Joe Douglas have a roster? I wish Gary would just answer a few questions, and
he won't.
He
never will.
Has to answer it. Like, how could you look at it and say, we better win the Super Bowl, but this GM is terrible? And then he says, Joe Douglas, he has to take advice from these other GMs because he's a terrible GM. He has to learn how to do. It's like, Joe Douglas, with what he's done, he'd be considered by not Jet fans, but other fans, top half of the league GM. He is a very good GM. He's had the best draft in NFL history, people could say, with what's gonna happen when these contracts come out with all the players that are going to be getting this money with the one draft. And I don't know. I love you, Gary, but sometimes if you could just hold the L, it would be so much easier to love you. You know what I'm saying?
He came a little closer today than normal, but I was like, he's talking about all these great GMs, and then I brought up, okay, well, Shanahan of the Niners took Trey Lance. It didn't work. Howie Roseman took Rager over Justin Jefferson. Abject failure. Like, it's an inexact science, man. No GM bats 1,000.
No, it's so hard. It's so hard to hit on draft picks. What do you think? How do you think the Texans feel about taking Stingley over Sauce? It's right in front of us. They picked the wrong guy. I mean, they got it right.
No, exactly. And then, like, to your point, a year later, because the Panthers took the wrong guy in Bryce Young, they looked into CJ Stroud. Bryce Young was their number 1 player on their board. I could tell you this for a fact. Believe me, I was there when it happened in Houston. It was known. They wanted Young. They tried to trade up. They couldn't get him. So they settled. They took CJ Stroud, and now the rest is history. Like, You have to get lucky along the way, and it's an inexact science. Like no GM's perfect.
And watch this year. There's going to be one of the later quarterbacks that either like Bo Nix or someone's going to shine over the other players, and it's going to be like, wow, look at all the teams that pass. Like, like the Falcons. If either the quarterbacks that went after him, they show anything, they're going to get slammed for that pick between the contract with Kirk Cousins. So it's so hard to bat 100% in the draft, and something that people might disagree with me, but I don't think that Kyle Shanahan wanted Trey Lance. I think Kyle Shanahan wanted Mac Jones, and I think John Lynch was pushing for.
No, Shanahan has final say on that. He's the offensive guy. I think they originally wanted Mac Jones, and then they got convinced Lance was their guy instead. I think that's what happened. I
just remember watching Sims, and Sims had me really thinking that his boy wanted Mac Jones. Then when they did the trade for Trey, I was like, wow. I still was like, when they did the trade, I was like, wow, they can't be giving that much up for Mac. So that was a fun draft. But shout out to everybody. Jake, you're the best.
How long are you at the store today? Do I need to stop by?
Yeah, definitely. Right. I'm here till 4:30 today.
All right, bring the mayor. We'll hammer it out.
I'll be here with the mayor. He'll be waiting for you, Jake. He needs you here 4 days, though. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So.
Well, he's got competition in the Albany area with Scott's guys, so we'll find out.
Listen, if we're going to really send you out there, you know that we got to make sure Rob and Big Fella are comfortable.
That's right.
It's the only way we're doing it, fellas.
Bodesy, right. Excellent job out of you.
Later, man.
Good call from Bodes there. What a show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it rolling here. Comments, questions, super chats will cut the line. We're moving this guy to the front of the list. Why? Because he donated an enormous amount of channel memberships. It's our guy, Dre, who joins us now. What's up, Dre? Uh-oh, Dre's on the JJ Wi-Fi. Dre.
I'm back. I'm so sorry. I'm at Penn Station, waiting between trains, going down to Jersey to the shore, see my sister, and later on this afternoon, we're gonna go and take my dad out for dinner. So that's what we're doing for Father's Day.
Give me a little Jersey Shore style pumping your fist, baby. Don't pump your gas.
I'll be doing it. Facts. Let's go. Listen, real quick, if you are gonna come upstate, I actually live like 15 minutes from Saratoga, and I've been talking to a couple other fellas, Nick, and I believe Mike is actually in nearby Albany, so we could actually turn it into a pretty decent meetup. There's a few of us in the Discord that are up that way, and for Bonesy, it's actually not that far from him or V-Man, so they both could come up. If I have to go and get them, I will. So we can make this happen. If you're really interested in making it happen, we can make this happen pretty quick.
I have to talk to the mayor first, Trey, as you heard from Scott, but it's in the works.
It's awesome, bro. Yo, this is...
Uh-oh. Here we go. Trey, I'm sorry. The Penn Station internet struck again. We got the premise of your call, though. Enjoy the Jersey Shore, Dre. Happy Father's Day to your dad. BMAC is up next. We're going to start to wind down today's program. So last chance to get in. What's up, BMAC?
Hey, Jake. Good Saturday to you. You know, I've been at work the last few days, so that's why I haven't popped on. But, you know, got to make that cash. Yeah, I guess we know where Aaron is at. He's with Scott at the YMCA with him, Scott, and Amaro doing ayahuasca together. You know what I mean? So that's why Scott is getting his, you know, Scott's a little bit weary up in the head. You know what I mean? I sure gave him that good ayahuasca, and yeah, you know, my TV's off today, but I decided to turn it off because you know who doesn't deserve to watch it. You know what I mean? Only I deserve to watch TV, but not him. Yeah, I just want to say, I did saw your show yesterday, man, with Rogers Realm. You know what I mean? Yeah, love it, man. Love it, man. Me and him are the same, like peas in the pie. Rogers stands, root for the Jets and Packers, and yeah.
I love it. Yeah, he was good. People check it out. Rogers Rome, who's like the biggest Aaron Rodgers impersonator out there. He's got like almost 100,000 followers on TikTok. He does an Aaron Rodgers impression that is so good.
Yeah. All right, Jake. Love you.
B-Mac, we love you too, my man. Great call. Great call. Clancy says, I don't even think Alan is here. LOL. He's golfing in Hilton Head. Is Alan not here? Oh. What a day. This show, I no wonder why this show has been so good. Now it makes sense. This show's so good. We've won so much without Alan.
Please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore.
I'll give people a little Alan fix, though.
Bobby's a tool. I don't give two shits about him.
I feel bad for your wife. So blow it at your ass. I hope your wife breaks your hand.
Bobby's a moron, okay? That's fine.
You're a hot bag of air. We can't stand your voice. It gives me a freaking headache. Imagine being married to that thing. He's a lying crap of crap.
Lying crap of crap. Tom A says, we're 38 days away. It's going to keep getting weirder, baby. Yeah, this show, I mean, God knows what's happening over the next 38 days before the Jets report the training camp. Unreal. Hit the like button before we get out of here. Let's get over 200 likes. We're at 189 right now. Unreal show. 106 channel members. Wild calls. Whatever the Scott call was. V-Man coming on for the first time since Poopgate. It had it all. What a program, as they say. I want to say this before we wrap. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Special Father's Day shout out to my dad, Steve Asman. There's the reason why I am a Jet fan and have dealt with pain for most of my life rooting for this team. Anyway, once again, happy Father's Day to all the dads. If you want more of me, I posted a video on Patreon of the interview I did with Will Parkinson last night on SiriusXM. If you're a channel member, that's up as well. And I'm on ESPN Radio tomorrow doing a Father's Day shift from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time. You can listen on the ESPN New York app if you hit 1050. You can listen on SiriusXM channel 80. If you're not in the New York area, find your local ESPN affiliate. There's a good chance they're airing it, or just take out your phone, ESPN app, and you can put it on that way as well. So 10 a to 1 p Eastern time, doing a little national sports talk tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. Once again, want to thank the audience. You guys are the best. What a show. I'm still laughing. I got to go back and watch whatever that Scott call was. But I appreciate everyone for their support. And I will talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the Father's Day to all the dads out there. Jets. 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 Let's get back to your calls right now. Let's go to Charles, who's up next on the Gustbuster hotline. What's up, Charles?
Hey, Jake. Look, I was pleasantly surprised. Well, let me rephrase that. Just Dwayne Brown is a bit.
The Russian Minister of Defense, Sergei Shoigu, and the General Chief of Staff, Vasily Gerasimov.
I'm sorry.
You have like some weird pain fetish.
I understand that, but
sorry, I am.
Oh my.
Hypocrite's a bit much. And honestly, I don't.
Oh, what same thing?
No, they don't need that.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
So what's up? You want me to give you those 10 years your phone number?
I'm sorry.
It's killing me. Just sorry, I'm just muttering randomly, but honestly, I don't.
How did
sorry, I am just.
Oh my. Oh my God. How did Gator do that? Just that. Oh my. I mean, what a ridiculous video. I mean, Charles Gorman is up next. Hello, Charles.
Hey, Jake, how's it going?
What's up, Charles? A little rude to be eating on the air, Charles. Charles. What are you eating, Charles? What are we munching on today? Can you hear me? Are you deaf? Charles, you're on the air. Bro, you're on the air. We are doing a national show. Millions are tuned in, Charles. Hello? Hey, Charles, wake up. Charles. Dude. I'm just going
It's time for some life lessons with Scott.
Hello, Scott. How are you?
Bill Parcells had a horse here. Years ago, I was doing pest control. So I'm spraying around this pool, and you can tell it's his house. Of course, my pants fall down. They're clapping and hooting and hollering. I get a call back from the office, and go, hey, Scott, are you spraying with your pants off? Because people are calling in because your pants are down, looking at your legs and your underwear. I was like, yeah, I'm spraying with my pants down. They wanted me to flex and shit, so I did. Show off my legs. I'm worried about our right guard.
Scott, how do you go back to talking about football?
I just weighed myself at the gym. What we're doing is this. So I got to get my fat ass into shape. I'll have my workouts taped.
What is the goal?
I want to be sat down. An entity comes in. It's Mother Nature. And I'm sitting down in this cave, and there's like the ambiance of all the here we go, Gator. Fireflies are lighting up like candles. I am who you think I am. I am Mother Nature herself. From the deep sea creatures to my land beasts to all swarms, everything that nourishes and grows, creatures of flight. That's the shit you start with. I'm starting to get my world-class legs back again. My legs are awesome. I'm going to say this one time. I'm going to get into shape. Muscularity, thickness. I've been homeless twice. So what I'm telling you is that when they say you can't do shit, no. Anyone who has ailments and physical disabilities, you're limitless. I hope it helps somebody. If it helps somebody, that's all that matters.
God bless, Scott. Yeah. I look forward to hearing from you again and following the fitness journey.
Well,
are you with all the ducks right now? There's a lot of quacking going on.
There was 2 ducks fighting. The youngsters are swimming, but yeah, we're out there. So there's our youngsters. Should I ask them if they they want to go on YouTube? Excuse me, ladies. NFL Jet football talk on YouTube. You want it? It's live. Do you want to go on and just say hello to YouTube?
No, thank you.
Oh.
I thought you were going to ask the ducks if they wanted to come on the show, not the 2 ladies at the park.
You know what? Generation Z and X, it's like, look, guys, and these people looked at me like I'm kind of crazy and shit. I got to get in shape. IV, liquid water. Here.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little bit. Whatever. 6-pack of abs. It's not working.
Take it easy there, Scott. Scott.
I know you're going to see them because they're going to look amazing. Like Bobby Midnight set. He's a big ball of crap.
Well, Scott, thanks for calling. I'm glad day 1 of the workouts went well, and you're still not banned from the park.
Never forget it.
I never will. Thank you. Hello, Scott.
Oh, like I said, pest control when I was spraying his house and my pants fell down. I got to go to the gym.
Scott, thank you for the time. What the hell? Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is Scott, who's called back in. Hello, Scott. 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 Let me try and wake him up. Hold on. Didn't work. Let's see if he's awoken. Scott, you're up next. Hello, Scott. Hey.
Oh, hey. No, I'm awake. It just with the underwear.
Yes.
Did you like that? That's nothing, dude. I've been kicked out of 2 zoos. In a cage, there was a male tiger and a male lion. The male tiger didn't like me. He tried to pee on me, the male lion. Now, that's a rope about like this thick that shot out about 8 to 10 feet. I got kicked out of that one.
Oh, no. We can't lose Scott mid-second story on why he was banned from a zoo.
And those were just a few life lessons from Scott.
I do love that about Jets fans, you know what I mean? They care so damn much. And this has been a shit season for sure. But we will be back.
Hell yeah.